Hey guys, I'm IzDaisho, and I am in the middle of an arena run, but before I start I need to show you something. So we're going to go to my quest log here, and I have Paladin or Priest Victory and Priest or Warlock Dominance. So they both have Priest in it. Yeah, that's fine. But what you don't know is that for the last 4 days, my quest has been Paladin or Priest Victory or Paladin or Priest Dominance. When I got Priest or Warlock, I thought it was going to change, and then I signed on today, Paladin or Priest Victory. For some reason, the devs at Hearthstone just want me to go crazy and have to play Priest all day, every day. But anyway, we're in the middle of a Druid arena run, so we'll go with that instead. Yeah, I mean, this is the deck I haven't played since yesterday, so I'm going to slightly familiarize myself with it. It's always important to do that because you want to remember what cards are in your deck so you know what to draw. One of the most important things in Magic or Hearthstone is playing to your outs. So if you're in a situation and you know that unless you draw something you're going to lose, you want to make the play that gives you the most options to win. So yeah, anyway, the deck, it seems pretty good. I think I remember it being pretty good, and I don't know, I got 2 Ancients over here and some good curvage. Not an amazing curve, but it would smooth out a lot if you saw that there were 3 swipes here, so you'd ignore those in terms of the mana curve, and I think that it's actually a pretty good one. It's got like 6 2-drops and 2 or 3 Shattered Sunclarks, maybe 2. But anyway, yeah, let's jump right in. Also, I'm 1-0, so obviously very good deck right there, because I already won a game, so yeah, I mean, of course, can't be beaten. Sorry, my chair's making a lot of noise. Anyway, that took a while. 25 seconds in queue. I guess I'm playing in the morning, so there's more or less people on right now than usual. Okay. So, Shattered Sunclark's not very good when I don't have any 2-drop creatures, but I am going to keep the Wrath just in case I don't draw anything to play in the early game so that I won't fall too far behind. But looks like got a nice little curve here. River Crocolisk into Emperor Cobra. Okay, now I have 2 River Crocolisks into an Emperor Cobra. Yeah, this card not very good, but I mean it's basically just a River Crocolisk. So my opponent's just starting off with a mirror image, fine with me, for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's just card disadvantage. He saves a couple of life because my 2/3s have to attack his creatures, but usually this is only good when you can hide like an important creature like a questing adventurer or even like a mana worm until it can get set up behind these cards. But I guess he could be thinking about coining into something else. But I have a Wrath, so I can take out whatever he's trying to hide behind these mirror images if he does have something like that. So very, very advantageous situation for me. Additionally, I have a 2-drop which can start picking off his 0/2s. I don't know what's going on my opponent's side of the field, if he's actually thinking of making a play or if he's just being silly. But looks like if he was being silly, he figured it out, and if he was thinking of making a play, he decided not to. Okay, now he's going to coin out a 3 Raging Organ. So yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, a perfect card to hide behind mirror images, because he would just be able to ping it and then hit me for 8 next turn. But Wrath is good for something. So definitely looking advantageous right here. I mean, next turn we're going to complete the full gaining of a card against him and still have a board position. Plus I have a Spellbreaker in hand, so if he has something ridiculous then I can take it out, but it doesn't look like it. I'll probably just play a 2/3 here and take out Tusker. And now, I mean, I've got 2 2/3s, he's got 1, so, I mean, he does have the advantage if he's got, like, a Shattered Sunclark here or something like that. He can just eat my guy. And I can't pick it off, but I could. Yeah, that would be pretty good for him. That or Defender of Argus, and then you give it +1/+1. A Dark Iron Dwarf would also be pretty good. So yeah, I'm not really that far ahead. That's fine with me, actually. That's Not really advantageous for me, but definitely not disadvantageous unless he's got something else, like another mirror image. No, that's fine. Okay, so that's pretty good though. My play is pretty simple though. We're just gonna trade here, play this. Shapeshift, it's important to trade there first because then I take one less damage, which, I mean, any amount of damage is really helpful to save against Mage. So yeah, this Elven Archer ended up not really being worth a full card yet. Maybe it will be. So we both have 5, but I've got a better creature out, and it's about to die to a Frostbolt. But that's okay, because I'm still going to be up. Ugh, that could be troublesome. So I don't think I want to play anything gigantic out. Alright, well I could play an Azure Drake. Oh, was not a mirror image. Oh, it was. Mirror entity, sorry. So that's fine for me if he just trades, because that means that I'll be getting my card advantage. I guess maybe giving Mage a spell power boost could have been a mistake, but we'll see. Yeah, he really should trade here. And this Ancient of War could be really good. I suppose if he's got a well, yeah. Alright, we're just going to do this instead, because I have a good thing to do with Shapeshift. I can take out this 1/1, and if he does have a Polymorph, then or I guess he could have a Fireball now, but if he does have a Polymorph, then he's really going to want to use it on this, if he has a Polymorph and doesn't have a Fireball. And I'm still pretty high on life, even if he takes this out and beats me down for 6. Okay, Lord of the Arena. Ooh, interesting. Alright, so probably going to use the Spellbreaker here. Yeah, I think so. This will enable me to just go ahead and take that out, and then I can also play the Acolyte of Pain this turn, which... Oh, actually, no, that's not going to matter, because he can just trade here. But either way, then I have these 2 guys to take out Lord of the Arena. Ooh, Flame Strike. Not incredible. That's a good draw. So if he doesn't have a... if he doesn't have a Polymorph, this is looking pretty good for me. But if he does have a Polymorph, I'm taking another 8 down to 11, and then I'm probably going to lose this game. So, oh, he's got, well, it's not quite as good, but still pretty powerful. That's pretty good too. But I do have another large Taunter. Well, I could just, I mean, I'll die to a Pyroblast if he's got one, but... Okay, couple options here. I'm definitely going to do this. And then my options are, like, I could Ancient of Lore and Mark of the Wild. So, let's see. 7, that would be 13, so a little bit too much. I don't have quite that much. I only have 12. But that might be a good play. 4, 6, he could hit me for 4. I could, no, that's worse. Yeah. It might just be better to play this and lose to Pyroblast. And then, actually, I'm also gonna innervate out this guy. This is a scary little situation we got here, being up against a Mage. But, I mean, I have a lot of power on board. I have 20 power on board. Uh-oh. That is going to add a lot of power to his side of the board. But he still can only hit me for 3 damage. It's pretty crazy how much my opponent's been able to do. He's probably just going to trade here. Nope, he's going to hit me for 3. Okay. So definitely just gonna go ahead and hit this guy. And I think I'm going to go for Ancient of Lore restore 5 health. I have some stuff in hand, not too much, but more than he has, and I'm going to Mark of the Wild that thing. So, if he top decks Fireball or Polymorph, then I'm in really bad shape, but if not, we might be able to take this one down. So I'm obviously not going to attack him with my 7/7 Taunter. I'll wait a turn. And I'll just take out his guy here. Well, first, may as well play a Stormpike Commando in case it's another mirror entity. It's not. Alright, and may as well play around like Blizzard. I don't know. See if this is Ice Barrier. Nope. Could be Ice Block. It could be Spellbender or something like that. We're looking pretty safe here, though. I need to make sure to attack with Shattered Sun first, because it still could be interesting. So that definitely tells me that it's Vaporize, or it doesn't prove it to me, because I guess he could just take it out like that. But it leads me to believe that it's Vaporize, so I'm going to attack with this guy first, and it is. But, I don't know, I should get some props for playing around that. There's no point, these cards both survive Flame Strike, so there's no point in sandbagging them in my hand until after he plays one of those. But he's going to have to top deck really well in order to get out of this one, I think. Huh, that's a pretty good one here, actually. It's not incredible, but it does put me in like Flame Strike range. That being said, I think no. So playing Knife Juggler allows it so that even if he top decks an answer for Ancient of Lore, then I still have lethal on board. But if he draws a Flame Strike, then I'll still be a card ahead of him the rest of the game, and my ability is better than his in the long game. So, and I'm not in range of dying to one card. So, all right. Close game. I really thought that I was going to lose at one point. He had the tempo advantage, and he kept playing those Silver Hand Knights, which were very good, but managed to play enough Giant Taunters that he couldn't deal with the last one, I guess. But that was a good game. Very interesting. Good play on both sides, I think. I didn't really see any obvious mistakes from him, and hopefully I didn't make any obvious mistakes. Always a risk when you're commentating and you're talking about a play, and especially if you're like, man, I got really unlucky in that situation, and then everyone in the comment section is like, dude, you have lethal on board. What do you mean you got unlucky? You could have just won that game. But I try to minimize those situations as much as possible, but definitely does still happen. All right, playing an Uther. We can beat Uther. Sweet. Power of the Wild is a great card to draw here. I don't really want either of these two. They're two of my weaker cards in general, and I don't want them in the early game. But I would love to get another 2. Whatever. We could still go Power of the Wild into Shattered Sun into Silver Moon Guardian. Silver Moon Guardian is not great against Uther, especially if he's playing Light's Justice. But there's a Swipe. Man, Swipe is so good. Wish I had some spell powered. Actually, I think I have an Azure Drake. Yeah, I do have an Azure Drake, so that helps. Alright, that's fine. Means that my start isn't going to be as good as I had hoped. But that's a good alternative to play on 3 instead of Shattered Sun. It's not a great alternative. It'll probably just trade with whatever his 3-drop is, but that's fine. Like, Emperor Cobra has more potential to trade with like a 4 or 5-drop or whatever, I guess. I mean, it can trade with anything that doesn't have Divine Shield. But if it doesn't, then it's still pretty good. Like, I mean, if it trades with a 3 or 2. It's not great to trade with a 1, I'll give you that. Hopefully he doesn't attack me. He attacks me here, because then I can just coin into a Swipe. Very, very nice. So my opponent obviously shouldn't have done that, because now I can get a 2-drop, or a 2.5 for 1 out of this Swipe, and maintain board control. So definitely a mistake on his part. he should have traded with my guy, so that the most I could do is get a 1-for-1 if I use the coin, and that would not be worth it. Okay, so he's got a pretty good follow-up in being able to take out my my dude, but I'm going to go with a Silvermoon Guardian this turn, and it should be pretty good. It's always nice to have a swipe in hand against Paladin, because if you fall really far behind, one of the hardest things to do is deal with all the 1/1s that he's got. So this allows me to kill a big thing and get rid of some 1/1s. That's really scary. How scary is it? Alright, let's think about this for a little bit. Let's think a couple of turns in advance. So right now, I think I might just have to kill this thing right now. But just because it makes Light's Justice so good. So right now, if I like attack him, then he just kills my guy. If I play this Cobra, he still just kills my guy and then kills my Cobra. Even if I pump this, still same thing. I can't take it out this turn unless I use Swipe, which I don't really want to use. So I think I might just lose a little bit of card advantage. I've got the Ancients in hands. So what I'm going to do right here is pump that guy, attack here, and do this. That way, this turn he's going to kill here, and I'm going to be able to pick this guy off with Stormpike Commando. And he doesn't really have a choice. He's got to kill here because this won't work. The problem is, which I was thinking about, is that he's going to... actually, I might have a little bit of a better play here. Ooh. No, I don't think that I have a very good play here, but that's okay because it's setting up for a good swipe. Because the obvious trade is to do that, and then I can swipe this down, or I can just play an Ancient of War next turn in defense mode, and then a couple of turns down the road I can do Azure Drake post swipe, which should be able to clear his board. That's pretty scary. Yeah, I'm really going to have to lean on this. Oh, very good play there to not play into swipe again. But I'm definitely going to have to lean on this Ancient of War to get me out of this spot. And, I mean, the swipe. Ancient of War will also be very helpful in protecting my life total until I can get this swipe plus Azure Drake online. And the reason why I'm not so concerned with card advantage is because I've got really powerful cards in hand, and I know I just need to get to the point where I can cast them all, where my opponent doesn't have such a huge advantage. But he has like no way of dealing with this board, really. And drawing this Wolf Rider is pretty good, because if he like tries to enrage this by doing that, then I can get some advantage. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. I can not get advantage, but I can kill that thing before it gets to be too big. So yeah, what we're gonna do here is just play a couple of 3s and then kill actually I'll kill a 2/1. And then he basically has to hit here, which is fine with me, because that means that I can finish it off with either the 1 damage from swipe or a shapeshift. And right now he's got 3, 4, we'll call these 3 5 cards, and I've got 2 6 cards. So I think that I'm winning by a little bit. Consecration. Sure, so he's going to be able to take out my Cobra pretty easily. But still not such a big deal. And now it's turn 9. Oh no, that's just out of range. I could silence that. I'm getting low on life. Yeah, so silence here, and I think I'm just gonna swipe. It's better than taking 5 from this. And now this guy's in range to get killed by my Spellbreaker next turn. I can restore some life, but it doesn't look like I'll need to. It looks like I'll be able to draw some cards. You almost always want to draw. Oh God. Well, I don't think I'm gonna win this one now. That was. Sometimes you just lose to legendaries. I don't think I have any way to deal with that easily in my deck. That sucks, but well, I guess it happens. All right, so drop that guy first. Hopefully, we can get some damage off on something. Ironbark Protector doesn't really matter. Yeah, and I'll play this guy too, so that we can kill Ragnaros next turn. And hopefully this will hit one of my dudes, because I really don't want to go down to 2 or 1, I guess. Well, if he hits me with Ragnaros, looks like I'm dead. Oh no, he's just gonna. Yeah, that's probably a lot smarter. Especially because now I have to get. Oh, okay, he's gonna Blessing of Kings that, hit that. That seems wrong. I think he should have just hit me in the face. But then again, I am very dead here. That really sucks. Like, I was gonna win this game if there wasn't Ragnaros. Alright, what can we do? I don't think I can do anything. I have to get lucky, looks like. Like, he has to. I don't think I can win this one. He has to hit my Ironbark Protector with Ragnaros. Oh, maybe, actually, I wasn't supposed to trade the Bloodsail Raider for that thing. Yeah, that was a mistake. Because I had to make it so that he hit my Bloodsail Raider with that so I could trade those off. And then I would actually be okay. But now, I don't think I have any outs. Definitely don't have any outs. We'll draw some cards instead. Sucks to lose to legendaries, but that's how the game goes. Just hope that we don't fight any other ones. I mean, my deck is meant to go to the late game and beat other late game decks, but he just had the trump card in Ragnaros. And he drew it at the perfect time. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really paying enough attention. He may have been holding it in hand. So, like, one thing that you have to think about when you're just blaming them for having one specific card is, like, what if that card was just a True Silver Champion? If he had played a True Silver Champion in the mid game, it could be that I would not have been even close to winning that game, and I, like, never would have been able to come close to stabilizing. So I don't really know. I wasn't paying attention, but that could definitely be the case, and probably something worth thinking about when you're just complaining. So. Innervate's probably really good. I'm just going to keep that guy and play him on turn 2. Seems like it'll be pretty difficult to deal with. Maybe I won't. I can just play a Wolf Rider on turn 1 and start the beat train, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Voodoo Doctor. Whoa there, buddy. Alright, actually, since we got so much of this ability, I'm probably just going to innervate out a Yeti next turn, since I could just coin that and get value immediately. I mean, I could also just save it till turn 5 to drop an Ancient of War early, but honestly, just playing a Chillwind Yeti this turn and then I can go right into a Wolf Rider seems pretty sweet. Or an Acolyte of Pain. Anytime that you can just drop something 2 turns early in the very, very early game seems really good. He could have like a Hex here, which would give him some amount of advantage. Probably pretty good play. But even so, then I still have all these things to... Oh, what's he doing? Rockbiter weapon. Okay, so he just traded 2 for 1 for my 2 for 1. So that's fine. I can get behind that. I guess my 2 cards seem generally a little bit better than his, but even so, it's not such a big deal. Because I have a creature on board, and I have more cards than him. How do I have more cards than him? Oh, because he played Voodoo Doctor. Oh, good times. So yeah, I'm up 2 full cards, because by the time it's going to be my turn, I'm going to have 6 cards, and he's going to have 5. And since I'm on the draw, that's how you calculate it, since you just look at the mana crystals. But he's going to be able to get a card back for that. Druid of the Claw. Alright, so... I mean, I'm definitely going to attack one of these. question is, do I play Spellbreaker or Acolyte of Pain? So the problem with Acolyte of Pain is that it can't take out the Spirit Wolf, but then again I don't need to. It'll draw me a card or two, and I can drop a Druid of the Claw next turn so that this guy won't really harm me anymore. Additionally, Spellbreaker is a huge waste, and there's a lot of better things that I could do, and also I'd completely forgotten that my opponent's going to be overloaded this turn, so huge advantage on my part. Swipe is good, but not for now. Another Spellbreaker. Okay, well that might have changed things. So I'm just going to play it in defense mode. It makes a lot more sense to do that generally, if you can, because you get 2 more health out of it, so you're basically just gaining better stats for your mana. You get to attack 1 turn later, but the better stats make up for it, pretty much. Earth Shock would be pretty good for this thing. But... Ooh, wow, that is nice. Alright, so now I need to figure out what to do. So, don't really want to play that thing. I think what I'm just going to do is attack here. Ancient of Lore, sure. And since I have an extra Spellbreaker, I can afford to drop one here. And silencing his Spell Power one is pretty good, because it's probably the best one, and if it's silenced, he can't make a new one, so as long as I don't kill it. I'm not saying that I won't kill it given the chance to, but for now, I'll be happy without needing to kill it. And next turn I can drop an Ancient of Lore, which will give me some awesome card advantage. I have a very good hand, but it's also very expensive, so if he just gains some tempo advantage, then that could be really bad for me. Cult Master. Okay, well, so I've got 6 cards in hand, so yeah, let's just draw some. Hopefully draw some cheap cards we can do some stuff with. Alright, that's exactly what I was hoping for. For those of you wondering, I don't think I have any more Innervates in my deck, but this little button turns green even before you see the cards that you draw if you can't do anything. So I knew I didn't draw Innervate by the time that I had cast this, because I saw that the little green button, or for those of you, the button that says end turn is usually yellow. When it turns green, it means that there's nothing else that you can do that turn. So I guess random advice from Daisho. I could double swipe next turn, depending on what else he plays. Oh god. Well, it looks like something's gonna happen. Yeah, I might actually just... Yeah, I could wipe his board if I want to. Do I need to use 2 swipes to do so? Not really, but I think I want to save the life. Yeah, I think I want to do this. I don't know, maybe that was a mistake, but now I have control of the board and I have significantly more cards than him. Unfortunately, I already did play my Ancient of Lore. I also could have just played Ancient of War. I don't really think about it, but that's fine. Oh god, him and his totems. Alright, this is fine. We're just gonna go with a attack there, into a Knife Juggler, into an Ancient of War. Protect that life total a little bit, and blank his card in the process. Oh, I could Brewmaster my Ancient of Lore and then play it again to gain 5 life if I really need to, but I don't think that's going to be worth it. It's usually only worth it with the smaller Brewmaster, because then you can like play something giant like Ancient of Lore again in the same turn. But in this situation, I wouldn't be able to do that. Alright, Spellbreaker's pretty good. So he can hit me for 6 down to 12. Okay, so he's just going to try and take out both my creatures. That's a pretty good play, I think. Oh, he got unlucky. -2 on both. Oh, and he still is going to attack me. Interesting, but logical. So, I will do... yeah, I'll just... Let me think, just to make sure that I don't have a much better play. Well, I could play Cult Master. That would be very good here. Let's see, I've only got 12 cards left in my deck. I already have insane card advantage. I don't need to draw any more cards. Ironbark Protector protects my life total. I could just drop an Ironbark Protector and not attack his creatures. Hit him for 10. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to go with this play. That way I set up for lethal on board next turn, and he can take out my Ironbark Protector, but then he still has to deal with this. So it's a little bit risky to leave his cards on board, but I don't know, maybe, yeah, it was probably a silly idea. Uh-oh. It could be scary. I could play anything now. I could play Alakir, Windrunner, and Rockbiter Weapon. Oh my god, Daisho, you're gonna lose. Be a disappointing loss here. I feel like I really did a good job of taking control of the board. Remember when I thought I was going to play this card on turn 2? And it's still sitting in my hand. I just have... maybe I picked too many high converted mana cost cards. Like, if you look at my hand right now, all 4s and 5. I don't know. We'll see. And I don't have too many ways to deal surprise damage or, like, removal. So, if I fall behind in a game, the only way I can come back is with my taunters. And the fact that my creatures are just bigger than theirs. So this deck definitely has weaknesses, but he's going to need to play another thing if he wants to live. And that's not good enough. Unless he can play something for free. That's not good enough. Well played. Alright, that was a little scary game for a while, but managed to pull it out. We still got some more time. What did I play, like 3 games today? Yeah, I was 1-0, and now I'm 3-1. That loss still hurts. Ragnaros the Fire Lord. I don't even know if that's his name. I just think that it's his name. I mean, he shoots fireballs. It should be his name. Whoa, I got into a game earlier. It still said I had 8 to 15 seconds left, and it's just like, no, Daisho, you get to play today. Anduin's not a great matchup. A lot of my things are really big, and I am trying to get to, like, turn 12, 15 before I win the game. So, if he's running mind control, then that could be very scary. And I have a really, really bad starting hand. Fortunately, I do have a pretty good ability that can help me out in the early game. But still, I would very, very much like to draw 2-drop next turn. Greatly appreciate it. Lightwell. That's fine. I mean, I'm just going to silence that. Alright, well, no point in attacking. It's just going to waste time because this thing's just going to heal it back up. But, yeah, it's fine. Ooh, awesome. If he doesn't have, like, a powered shield, I'm going to just get to, well, not really too much advantage. But it means that I'll get a 2-for-1 out of this guy. And I won't get 2-for-1 by Loot Order. Oh no, not Shadow Word Pain. And a 1-drop? Oh, yay. Yay! More value for Spellbreaker. I don't really need to play Spellbreaker just yet, but since I want to play Druid of the Claw next turn, may as well. And unless he's got a Holy Smite, he doesn't really have a good way of dealing with this Spellbreaker right yet. I think I like right yet. Probably still will end up killing the Lightwell. But since it was a 0/7, that thing can get really difficult to deal with really quickly. But I still don't want it to get like inner fired or something like that. Okay, so that's fine with me. I can still play a Cobra and Shapeshift to take this guy out. Yeah, I forgot I had an Archmage in this deck. I remember when I was building the deck, I specifically chose it over something relatively powerful, because it did give me spell damage +1, and I already had a couple of swipes at the time, and a Wrath, but I only ended up getting 1 more swipe, but still, pretty good. But he's got 6 cards in hand, I've got 6 cards on the battlefield. Neither of us are really winning by much. And he's got another Shadow Word Pain. That's a little bit scary. So, this is one of those situations, I think, where it is going to be correct to charge my Druid of the Claw. Letting a questing adventure get out of hand is one of the easiest ways to lose a game of Hearthstone, but next turn I'll probably just pick it up after attacking his face or something, because it's at 1 health and I can take it back up to 5 health by picking it up and playing it again. If I don't get to, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I'm probably just going to kill that instead. Interesting situation right here. So I can't take out both of these. And it's really bad to kill this one and not this one. Or to kill this one and not this one, because then this becomes a 4-3. No, okay, so here's what we're going to do.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Do that. Attack there. And then drop Silver Moon Guardian. So this doesn't give him favorable trades with any of my creatures. Really, so that's pretty good. The Shattered Sun Cleric is very good in making it so it's not a 4 power guy, which doesn't really matter the way I played it. I was thinking of playing Ancient Brewmaster to pick this back up, and then it would be very, very relevant that this guy didn't have 4 power, but in this situation it doesn't really matter. I was also thinking of just trading, then playing Ancient Brewmaster without picking up anything, then playing a Shattered Sun, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, when he plays something like a 6-drop like Temple Enforcer, you expect him to get some value. Interesting. You do expect him to get some value, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, he's just going to attack me. That seems like a mistake. But I'm not sure yet. So, yeah, here's what we're going to do. Huh. It's going to be tough.
Push forward.
How much mana do I have this turn? Alright, so 7, 9, 11. This could work. Or I could just shapeshift. It'd be a lot easier. Oh, actually, I could do both. Yeah, I think this will work. So first shapeshift and attack this. Take this guy out.
Push forward.
4, 7, 9. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be one short. Okay, so we're just gonna do this instead. What I wanted to do was Brewmaster, pick this guy back up, play Mark of the Wild. Oh, that wasn't. Oh yeah, and then play Shattered Sun Cleric. So that would be 7, 9 mana, and I'll have access to 8 if I do that. So we're just going to go with this play and just drop an Archmage. Definitely gives me an advantage. My opponent made a huge mistake by not killing one of my guys because he saw on board that I had Shapeshift. I have a ton of life to give, so throwing away 3 doesn't really matter. It's pretty good for him. Okay, doubly good. Ancient of Lore. Interesting. Alright. Okay, I guess we're gonna do that. I was still thinking, but it kind of just happened. But I think I can let one of them survive for a turn. Especially because I can do this. I don't really care if I lose this guy. Ooh, there's a swipe. Still okay. I guess I probably should have done this first before I shapeshifted. Then I would have been able to innervate out a swipe. And that would have probably been the play. And he's just going to heal that guy back up, draw a card. Still puts me very far ahead, depending... Oh my god, another light spawn. Sure. Unfortunately lost that thing, but that's okay. We got a silence. Alright, what's the play here? Probably worth using a swipe. Maybe not. Alright, let's go with Knife Juggler first.
Put this apple on your head.
And play this thing. I think that was the worst one to hit, right? Can't even remember what I was trying to do this turn. I could swipe and then innervate out Shapeshift to kill that one. No, yeah, that was the worst one to hit because I wanted to hit it with this. That's okay. No, I'll just do this. We don't need to do that. Do I want to Shapeshift first? I can just Spellbreaker it. Oh, goddamn. I should have hit this thing. Alright, so huge board against his nothing. More cards in hand. More cards... less cards in deck. Oh, no, more cards in deck. He has nothing to take with that. Disappointing on his part. We're just gonna go Shattered Sun. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. I forgot that this is a 4/5. Oops. Mistakes were made. Alright, let's play, or attack. Play Ancient Brewmaster. Pick this guy back up. Hopefully hit this thing. Not really too good of a chance, but there's a chance. Well, that was actually pretty good. And we're, I guess, somewhat weak here to Holy Nova. But even so, I mean, I'm just up so many cards that I think it would be really hard for my opponent to win. I don't even know if there's, like, legendaries that get him out of this kind of spot. I mean, I guess, yeah, none of my cards are too independently powerful that he can draw, like, a mind control tech to get out of it. So I was very far ahead in that game just because of the way it developed. My creatures were always bigger than his. But anyway, that'll be it for this video. I think this was a pretty good video. Managed to showcase this deck doing really, really well as losing one game, which just shows that pretty much any deck can lose a game. I don't think this is the best deck possible to build, and it definitely has weaknesses. I mean, River Crockless and Blood Cell Raider are just not very good cards, but they get a lot better when you have Double Shattered Sun Cleric. It also has Random Wolf Rider, Ancient Brew's not so great. Cult Master in a deck without too many cheap creatures. It doesn't have so much removal. Archmage ends up being okay in this deck, but it's got a really nice curve and a really nice mix of top end and stuff, and then some crazy cards like Innervate and Mark of the Wild, which can give me sustainable advantage in a game. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Bye.